aka Padders. We are live. Yes, we open every single live stream here with some Rob Liefeld comics. Now, sometimes I just like to show up what I'm picking up and why, how much I'm spending on things, just so you guys know, like really how much it costs to build a comic book vernacular. Comic books are cheap. They're cheap. They're available. They're everywhere. Even the rarest of the rare comics are available in some reprint form. So, yeah, I hit the local comic shop yesterday. Got some. Really went there for this for Wildstorm Wednesdays. I know I've been slacking on Wildstorm Wednesdays. I just haven't really been inspired much. This kind of got me in there because, again, Wallerverse, Wildstorm, very curious about that video coming soon. But then, when I was reading Shazam, the Shazam 1987 series, Shazam: The New Beginning, Roy Thomas, Thomas Mandrake, this Batman Annual 11 was previewed in there. And I noticed it was Alan Moore. And it took me a little bit to dig up exactly what this story was. So I bought this in the back issue bin. I think it was $7. Everything else you see here was cover price or less. But I just got done reading this, and this blew me away. It gave total excellence. What's happened? Total excellence. You have a text message. Please respond accordingly and soon. So, and also in that Shazam miniseries, they previewed this Mr. Miracle special. And this is Steve Rude. And Steve Rude, Mike Royer, who was a Jack Kirby inker. Steve Rude, there's a lot of, he's like the illustrator, him and I think of like Dave Stevens. They have this illustrative, it's almost like everything that Kirby did, they absorbed. But then they added storytelling and structure to their paneling, and you can kind of see a little bit of that here with this big bar panel where we're moving the camera, we're swinging around the perspective of the audience, and we're kind of going forwards and backwards just in the setting, really establishing the environment. And you can really see, like, this page, it's all green. The previous page, they're at the circus. This is what Steve Rude does very well. So that's an upcoming video. It also had this. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Thunderbolt 76. Thunderbolt 76 is the weirdest pivot in Marvel history. And Marvel did some weird pivots for a lot of their core titles at this time. And this was where the Thunderbolts went from a superhero, supervillain team to a underground fight club. And I wanted to highlight the first issue of that. And this is also part of what I call the decompression era of comics, where like single issues would have been 1 or 2 pages in the previous generation. Maybe not 2 pages. This entire issue is maybe 3 or 4 pages. And everything became longer. Everything became a little bit of a trade paperback. But this is also the time Marvel was rising in trade paperbacks, and they didn't have much of a trade paperback library. So a lot of things were happening, and I know the video is not going to get a lot of traction. It's not going to get a lot of views. But I do feel like it's things that should be out there. And then we got a little bit more Rob Liefeld, Supreme Pit. A lot of people forget Supreme Madness. This is like essentially the 4th or 5th company-wide crossover Extreme had in like 3 years. And then we have some of these like awesome independent comics. Axis Comics, Heroine. And Heroine is spun off of this book back here, Omega Saga. And these guys are from Jersey. I spent a lot of time communicating with these guys back in the days. You can see that there's an AOL address, and I would, instant messenger with the creators of this book, and I have sample artwork. So I was going to do a video on kind of highlighting what that sample artwork was versus like what I thought our conversations were and what my expectations and a true analysis of these books because yeah, we like to be proven right. We kind of like to toot our own horns when we know we're correct, and everything with Omega Saga was proven correct. But everyone, thanks for joining me. Peter A DeLuca here. March of Robots. I know we're in April. We're doing BAYformers here, and I kind of don't have much to jump on, but while it was Itchy 5, when I was talking to when we were discussing things last night, this is what I was sketching out, and I had full intention of finishing this last night before today, but yeah, still got caught up in things. So cheers to all of you, everyone. Probiotic vitamin water, essential for digestion. Squirt some lemon in that if you can. But yeah, we're doing Same with Wiki's house right now. I'm going to erase some of these. I wanted to do his school teacher for here when the school teacher's like responsibility. So we're going to do that, but we're going to erase it first. A lot of erasing in the sketchbook already, way more than I'm used to. And it's because we have poor direction, we have poor design on my end. I'm not figuring out what I want to do fast enough. We don't like that. Same with Wiki with the Camaro here. And then I was going to do the Bumblebee Decepticon fight. Who Barricade? Bumblebee versus Barricade. Barricade is the police car. But then I have to do most of these are going to have to get erased. Because I should do John Voight. I should do the Decepticon that hijacks Air Force One, that steals the data. And I should do the girl, the analyst, and stuff like that. So, and we haven't even touched the American soldiers yet that are lost in Qatar. So, guys, we got a lot of work to do. We're going to get to it, though. Let's just start here. Same with Wiki House, right? Same with Wiki House. Let's just do it. Let's get a good one. Right here. How awesome is that? Yeah. So let's just put in some of our darks. Get some of our windows going. Big house, too. Holy crap. The house is somewhat of a tourist spot, too. There's all these videos of people going to it, which is hilarious. But yeah, hope everyone is hanging out. I know I've been distant a little bit, but we're rounding the corner of some of those impossible projects I was working on. And by impossible, I mean your boy here not working quick enough or well enough to get these things done on a time frame. And anyone that sticks with me during this, I always say thank you, thank you. So you don't need a ruler or even a vanishing point sometimes when when you're doing architecture or buildings. And the reason for that is you want to develop your ability to eyeball things. Like that is essential when it comes to drawing things well enough. Eyeballing is way more important than drawing things with a ruler and a vanishing point. If you can eyeball, you can kind of get away with a lot, and you'll be surprised the amount of detail that you can kind of cheat and still kind of complete the assignment. Now, sometimes, though, you will need rulers, you will need vanishing points, but, you kind of have to get good with knowing which and why. Oh yeah, I think that just came in. I think I just heard that come in. And let me see here. Jeez, what is dude? I get so many. Hold up here. Where is it? Yep, we got it. Okay, cool. Cool, bud. Thank you, thank you. And let me just jump here. Let me get back to my reference. Awesome. Yeah. Getting things up. I'm just sometimes I get so excited just to like sign off on stuff. I'm like, oh thank God. Like attitude. And everything kind of happened this week. Like between Cosmo Cat and the other book. I just feel relieved. I really do. You know, because I gotta get back to Trial by Fire. I gotta get back to Easy Susie. I got a couple Wolfpack cards I wanted to do. Just stuff like that. Gotta keep all the other projects going. So here, like we gotta get this in there. See, now we're not doing everything that the picture here is dictating. And the reason for that is, we got to bring in some of our liberties as of exactly what we're like trying to look at, that sort of thing. Like you should really never try and draw something to the horizon. You should kind of work out ways to see things differently, even in real life. So when you draw them, you do all that nice trickery that opens up the artwork. So we're just going to do some silhouettes here. Do we need more ink? Edwin, what's up, dude? Edwin, how is everything, dude? It's been a little bit, but thanks for, dude, always appreciative. Thanks for tuning in. I did buy some new brush pens, but these are for Harry Pen. I'm still in Harry Pen hell, by the way. I did another round of sit downs, artwork wise, and just kind of hated the style I was working in for that. So I don't know. Might go back to the drawing board. It's madness when it comes to that book. But yeah, so we're doing some silhouetted trees here. We will get to Transformers, I promise. But this Transformers sketchbook is kind of also based on the characters and things we see within the movies. And the reason for that is I freaking just like these movies. And I think that's blasphemous, right? Nice. Oh yeah, dude, yeah. Yeah, dude. I think that one of the colorists for Powerbomb was going back and forth with me on like Facebook about something, and it was like comic book sales, and I kind of messaged them like on the side, and I'm like, dude, like you're just like Googling stuff. You're not like look like like you gotta kind of, but he's talented. The coloring for that book is very very much there. Yeah, what is up, Edwin? Edwin has a book coming out, right? Am I mistaken? So we're duplicating some of the different foliage and vegetation that's around the Witwicky house. Maybe not at the time of the movie, but at the time of the photograph I'm using for reference. So a part of learning brush is the brush is really it's a great shortcut tool when it comes to trees and bushes and just kind of like life other than superheroes. Like that's where learning brushing, even if you're you guys out there that are colorists, learning brush techniques while you're digital, it's valuable. It's super valuable. Yeah, and we're using this as a sketchbook. We're not trying to be like super perfect. Trying to have some free association work done here. Free association is kind of where you let your mind wander, and you just get you slip a little bit into that subconscious, and you just let things you just ride things out, and along the way produce like good work. That's always the goal. Gotta produce good work. I mean, right, we're getting there. And everything here, like everything is always like sunsets and golden hour. Michael Bay is so good with shooting golden hour. And it is rainy and crappy today in Philly. I wanted to spend today some of like the later afternoon to get outside and do stuff, and that's not going to happen. So this will be, we're using just what you call like a fine liner, like nothing crazy. But we'll go back in with the brush and we'll blast it with the brush to add more chunkiness. But the chunkiness just represents deeper shadows, like beveling within the window frames, stuff like that. And that's stuff to be mindful of, as you're thinking about your piece when you're doing it, because you spend the most time with your work than anyone else. Like, think about that. So the thought process belongs to you, and that's critical. Because again, like I kind of talk about this a lot, where you need to be able to, you kind of tell stories to yourself as you're working on things. You tell stories to yourself. And a lot of times, like those stories are the texture, the stories, like the atmosphere. There's different ways I've been trying to explain it and define it, because again, it's just like one of those things you don't hear too many people discuss, or in my case, you don't hear anyone at all discuss it on those terms. And I think it's valuable. I think a lot of creators out there just they're more obsessed with the process. They're more obsessed with talking about doing work rather than doing the work. And your goal should always be to unlock more methods to do the work. And if you work with people that don't try and do that, like I don't know what to tell you. Like maybe find someone else to do stuff with, and it doesn't even matter if they're publishing you or not. You can write out a bad publisher for a couple opportunities when it comes to credits, but eventually it's like the credits mean nothing. Credits is a fool's game. It's a fool's errand. Because the goal should always be the work. Like I've done work. I actually have. You know what? I bring it here. There's actually one comic I dug out from the dollar bin the other day. That I have a uncredited, part in, and I don't care. I just really don't like the work got done. Period. And then it was also around the time that I kind of left comics and all of that. But I think you gotta be willing to do some of that. I think you gotta be willing to almost like you don't want to work for free, but then you want the attitude to work for free, because that's how you're able to grow. There we go. Yeah, he's good. Yeah, Mike Spicer definitely is. He's got a great palette, great eye. Right, let's go. What's happening with your book, dude? Where are we with this? Right, do you need to call upon the AKAPAD army to get your book out of the gate? Because I will contribute whatever is necessary to get that book done, dude. You got so many cool characters. I love it. I did see I did see some pages from you, right? And I know it's like a stop and go process, dude. Like I'm stop and go even with my book. But that's because life happens and things come up, right? I feel sorry for anyone tuning in. I promised Transformers, and I'm delivering House. But we got Rise of the Machines coming. If you guys follow all the Transformer lore and all the news, and I know people are ready for live action Beast Machines, which I never thought there would be that day. Even though some of the Transformers Age of Extinction definitely looked like they were kind of leaning towards that, and I know there was concept artwork, right? There was Optimus Primal concept artwork for Rise, for Age of Extinction, which surprisingly looked very similar to what we have on screen now. Here we go. Yeah, I hear you, dude. But keep me posted. Let me, dude. I'll contribute if you if there's an opportunity for a flashback or something like that, dude. Let me know. I'll contribute to get it done. Yeah, and sometimes that's a part of it, dude. Not everyone is not everyone is the wheelhouse that it takes to create a comic. Meaning not everyone's a publisher, a writer, all the elements. People are not that. And I think you kind of don't want people to wear all of those hats. And sometimes you just get lost. You get lost in the in your own woods. and you're like working on something and you don't work quick enough. And when you don't work quick enough, you get kind of like humdrum about it. So, it's good to hang things off. I think that's a part of the process. I really do. The better you are with handing things off and just like completing it is more important than anything. You got to complete it first. But yeah, dude, I'll DM you. Maybe I'll start harassing you via DM. Then you'll be like, you know what? I am sick of this dude. Here, take it. Take these pages, Pete. Do them. See, here we go. See. So again, like we're not just and we got WrestleMania today, right, guys? WrestleMania day 1. I kind of wanted to do like a live draw stream of like me kind of like working on NWO stuff because I've long playing the NWO sketchbook, but like there's no way I could kind of have it running, be able to listen to it, and talk to all of you. I mean, technically, I guess maybe I could if I Bluetoothed it. Yeah, I probably could. You know what? I take that back. I could definitely Bluetooth it. Have it in like my ear. Yeah. And see, like we're just kind of trying to get the house looking decent. Get yourself an artist that can draw a house. That's today's takeaway. Or work with yourself an artist that can draw a house. Yeah, dude. Like it's like the that moment right there, Ithky, dude, is like similar to the Avengers movie happening, the Watchmen movie happening. Just a lot of these things you were kind of like you just believed in your heart of hearts would never happen. And yeah, Optimus Prime and Optimus Primal face to face. Did you guys see the leaked Megatron? Megatron leaked. Where is it? Right here. Megatron leaked. Like this is packaging right here. Megatron's in Rise of the Beast. How you like them apples? And you guys know I am a Megatron fanboy. To me, Megatron of like all the 80s villains, all the 80s cartoon villains, like Megatron's like really the only one that killed his arch rival. Yeah, and completely took over. Megatron transition into Galvatron is like perfect, pitch perfect. Like Cobra Commander's transition in G.I. Joe, not as good. Mumra never really had a transition in Thundercats. You can kind of go down the entire list. Megatron is just, even through the animation, the absolute best character. Yeah, Megatron returns. Let's get it. So I just to keep you guys posted, I am still planning. I keep pushing it back every weekend, but we will be doing a marathon stream. I kind of want to test my mettle and see how long and far I can go with a stream. The goal would be to go all day from like 8 o'clock in the morning to like 8 o'clock at night to do like a 12-hour stream. That's really what what I want. Same with wiki parents, right? We gotta draw his parents. Here we go. Dude, you know what's hilarious? The dad and the mother in the jumpsuits in the second one. Or is that the third one? This is the third one. Dude, them in the jumpsuits is the absolute best effing thing, dude. It is. They're so hilarious. Dude, I love them so much. Hilarious. Here we go. First movie right here. We're not going to draw the Chihuahua just yet, but I did plan to draw the Chihuahua. Dude, and they're like the perfect suburban parents too. Like the parents anybody would want. Yeah, and I'm just gonna make that. Yeah, the father does have. I did remember the father with a short sleeve shirt. So there. Yeah, I know, right? But guys, thanks for hanging out, dude. Yeah, I love the Saturday hangout sessions. I really do. It's just fun, you know. Saturday should be waking up and drawing. I just feel sorry for the people that like work for Disney and some of these other companies where uh, so much of your time is like like you can't do things on your own. Like it's all kind of accounted for, so you can't really like live stream. Like you're just kind of invisibly working from a drawing cube to hit your marks, and you can't be much of yourself. But like some people will make that sacrifice and they'll be happy for it. I don't know. I can't do it. I can't imagine it. I really can't. Yeah, have the Chihuahua take a piss. I was going to do the idea was like when you did the page turn here, I was like I did want a Chihuahua to be here, but the cast, right? Because he's wearing his like bling, which is like like a point in the movie that what Wiki makes to his parents. But yeah, let's just sit down and draw and like just create together. Like a lot of times too, you get in your own head sometimes, and you think you're not drawing something. You just don't want to do it because you think you can't do it. And the first step of all of that is just to like start it. You have to, and I even take that lesson to IT work where I just feel like a little bit with my team and some of my guys, it's like I'm constantly reminding them, like, let's just start. Like, can we just start and take it from there? Like, let's just begin and let's cross our fingers that nothing major, like, no disasters happen, and then we can kind of have some wiggle room. And because people get antsy sometimes, like when it comes to messing up. That everyone believes like mistakes are permanent, and when you're making comics, there's no such thing as a permanent mistake. Like just redo it or fix it or cut and paste. Like who cares? I put a little bit more like too much pressure on myself when it comes to like some of that. Like I put a lot of pressure on myself when it comes to erasing and kind of like moving on from mistakes. I try and do zero mistakes, but that's not for everyone. So don't take every lesson of mine. Find out what works for you. And the part of finding out what works for you is thinking, like consciously thinking about how you work. Like, what are you doing? What do you need done? How do you need it done? Like that's work. Like drawing's not work. Learning how to work is work. So some of this too, I had this as like a sunset, and I think I'm going to shoot myself in the foot, right? Because I need to add watercolor to this, and then it's going to prevent me from working in the sketchbook. As like seems to be a little bit of the pattern with the sketchbook is I'm a little too wet with it. That's what she said. Who do we got for WrestleMania? Anyone out there? Ithki? Do we got Cody kinda? Like, is Cody going to do it? I just don't see Cody beating Roman. He's just not that he doesn't have enough heat. He really doesn't. Like, I don't think people would buy it, but then again, WrestleMania always needs somewhat of a country. Like, WrestleMania is a lot like the Royal Rumble, where you just you need a finish. Like, any finish works, and it can be a little controversial. It can be a little, make people a little bit unhappy. But I don't know. Like, Cody winning would be huge, though. It really would. And I didn't realize Charlotte's back with her belt. Like, I missed that. And then Becky is tag team. Like, Becky's part of the tag team girls champions. And where's like Ronda? Like, Ronda's return just went dead, didn't it? And they didn't even push Shayna Baszler into anything. And Baszler is like an animal. It's like, how do you not? I don't know. I guess that's a part of wrestling, right? They're always doing things you wish they would do, which is why you watch. They kind of keep it going. They keep you on the hook. Oh, cool. Yeah, dude. You know what I'll do also? I will I'll start including like your link tree and some of my stuff. Even for like my website, I'm like I don't have the pages published just because there's things I have to work on for them. But for the website, I wanted to have like the AKAPAD army and just have like some of like the AKA padders, like some of all of your links, but then also have like military ranks. So have like captains and lieutenants and things like that. And that's coming, and that'll include all of your stuff, bud. Like, for sure. Because the website also has been getting an uptick in traffic, like recently. And I really think it's coming from YouTube traffic. I didn't drill down into it too much. But it's definitely coming up, which is good. She is the best though, dude. She is so funny in these movies. I don't even know like the actress's name. Like, I never even looked it up. Don't even care. She's just too funny. Here we go. We got it. And again, it's a sketchbook. Doesn't have to be perfect. I will always remind people of that. Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, yeah, dude. Like you have to be the level of strength you need just to be a wrestler, and the level of strength you need to maintain. It's there, dude. You know, and where's uh like Brock Lesnar, dude? Like what? Like are they just? He's done, right? Like they're just going to bury Brock Lesnar. Like I can't believe Brock is like he's almost like mid card, and he's wrestling someone that doesn't need a push. That's kind of already done. Like Brock, it should be Brock and Strowman. Like if there's any, I don't know, dude. Like again, like booking, fantasy booking. So we need some yellow, which I'm not sure if we have a lot of. Do we have yellow? I'm always short on yellow. I use just so much yellow for everything. Oh, we do have some gouache here. We got that. Here we go, guys. I think we're in shape. Oh, we got some yellow here. Sweet. How exciting is that? All right, and then where are we with our? Let me, guys. I'm going to come back. We're going to do some. I got to do some water here. Give me a couple. Still here, raining. What is up? Here we go. We got some fresh water. Should have done that before we went live, right? Alrighty. Let's just get some of these, some of the pencils out of the way, just from the facial features. We're going to hit the brush real quick, just to get some of these additional lines to look a little bit more fluid. You know what though? And I think we got a little too many lines for mom there. So we will have to, let's fix some of that real quick. Like right here, see, like, there you go. That'll take a couple seconds to dry. Yeah, like this happens so much too. You kind of go in you do the way out like one time, and then it's like bang, like you're just like back, like you just it creates this like endless back and forth. And where is my watercolors? I don't know. But we got some here. We'll use our gouache tabs. Let's get into the yellow. The yellow is the important one. And I may go in and work on some of that after we have some color down. Yeah, this might be done here. We just need like a little bit though. And again, too, it is one of the most valuable things you can do is know your materials through and through. Even if you're digital, the more time you spend, period, the better instincts you build for your materials. So you can pivot, you can solve problems, you can kind of be a little bit agile. There was a time where this sketchbook, being black and white, would have been perfect and monumental. And now it's like, my sketchbooks have to be colored. They have to be like fully designed. They have to no ripping out pages, no erasing, or erase as little as possible. Like all of these conditions I have for these sketchbooks they grow every single year, every single opportunity. Yeah, see, like a little bit like that. See, like kind of, we wanted a sunset, a golden hour sunset. There we go. Just let the paper. You kind of let the paper and the water do its work. But I like it to get wet. I like it to get like blotchy. I kind of like it to be a little bit imperfect. And the reason for that is, again, it's just like life. It's like things are not perfect. Even in like your mind's eye, like what you think you see, you're not really seeing. You're seeing ideas and impressions of things. You're seeing representations. So you should try and recreate some of that. Just when it comes to quick art. Or not art. Like when I say art, I just mean like interpretations. Like just the way how things should be represented. And people are always afraid. They're always afraid to do things quick. We got some brown here. We're going to just hit it with the darker brown in areas. Again, like let the water work. And that's where, like, again, like you work with materials long enough, like you kind of have to learn. Like you have to learn how to work with what you're picking up. So it takes time and practice. It takes error. You have to be kind of aggressive with it at times. Of course, like, being patient. I think that goes without saying. But right there, like, and we have to let that dry at this point. So we're screwed. Like, I kind of wanted to go more than 1 hour, but we're kind of screwed here. And then one of the tricks that I do like, because I love texture so much, let's just get rid of this. Yeah, is like if you hit it a little bit with just some water, like just clear water will add, it just adds like a texture to it that I love when it dries. And you kind of stare at it sometimes, like when you see other people do it, you're like, "What? Like, how did that happen? It's not the texture of the paper; it's something else." And then where is my right here? Always have a paper towel. Always have a paper towel. Because we're just going to soak that up a little bit right there, like right towards the bottom. And then, like, that's it, people. I hate to say it, but we can't go much further. We really can't. We have to let this dry. So next one will probably be, maybe I'll make the Chihuahua next, but the next Transformer will be the one that hacks into Air Force One. So we will I'll start working on programs and flock campaign and so start production for it. Very cool, very cool. Hopefully I'm drawing Wrestling Gators. Hopefully you'll be coloring some of my stuff for that. Well, all right, AKA Padders. Quick one today. I guess apologies for no actual Transformers, but we do have the Witwicky household, which is a pivotal plot point in the Transformer mythology. So rock and roll, guys. Dude, we will always help, right? That's our goal.